Hey y'all, I'm Shayna, and I'm here to review Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 7, Episode 6, Scorned. And listen, the views have been going down on Love and Hip Hop Miami. We need to get those back up so I can keep reviewing this show for this final season. So if you could do your girl a free solid, if you're enjoying the video, please like, comment, share the video. Those are all free ways to support the channel and to help push this video out to the algorithm. And if you're able to hype, please hype the video. Trust me, it's appreciated on this side. Now, I know my system is lagging. StreamYard been doing that. I don't know why. I apologize. But let's keep going. Let's go ahead and get into it. So Rada gets induced. And for some reason, Michael feels like while she's getting induced, and if anybody's been induced or been, with someone who's getting induced, that speeds up the process. Like everything in the labor process is accelerated when you're getting induced. So the baby's going to come a lot faster. It's not no normal labor and delivery. He decides that this is the best time to go run errands. So she called him while he was out. He said he was at the bank, but he probably was trying to find some new cat. But anyway, she said the baby's coming. So he rushes, and then he ends up at the wrong hospital. He said there's several hospitals, like 6 hospitals with the same name, so he went to the wrong one. Lord have mercy. That wouldn't have happened had you not left the hospital to begin with. For me, and then he missed the birth. There is no justifiable reason for him to leave the hospital while she was in labor, especially after getting induced. He should have had an overnight bag packed. He should have been packed for a few days. They might have been there for a couple of days. I got induced with my youngest, and it's even more painful than the regular labor process because everything is intensified and moving a lot quicker. So to not be there is just, if you're able to be there and you just weren't, that's like an unforgivable offense for me. That is absolutely wrong. There's food at the hospital. Whatever else you need to do can wait. But, he just do what he's allowed. This ain't his first, second, or third child. So he's done this before. I don't know if he's been around for the birth. I guess he don't see the importance. He's talking about he wanted the child to be named a junior. Well, now you can't pick the name because you wasn't there. So we see Gael at her empty restaurant liking picture because after he showed up when the baby was already born laying on the table, he got to start picking it up for Instagram like he father of the year, a clown. Okay, but Gael started liking the pictures, talking about looks like I'm going to be a stepmother. Girl, be quiet. She is a mess. None of these men you messing with are going to wife you. So stop right there. Okay. So Alan's situation comes across her screen. And she's in her confessional saying something, but child, she was talking so slow. I said, Gael, did you forget your confessional lines? What are you saying? It looks and sounds like you're reading off the teleprompter, but I digress. So in walks Rocky. That's Ching Diamond's manager, who's also a fitness influencer. I feel like people just be coming on here with all types of jobs and stuff. Just saying any old thing. You're a fitness influencer and manager of what exactly? Like there's just a whole lot going on. She said Ching had the baby and Marquez is still on his BS. So I guess we'll see about that later on. But I'm like, why are we still meeting new characters at this point? We halfway through the season and it's the final season. Do we care about this lady? But I guess she here for a reason, child. So she pulled up on that skank Gael, aka Heaven. She going by Heaven now, girl. Gael played too much. Gael said she's rebranded. And Rocky said that's what she works on, rebranding images. That's what she do. And then Gael said she's about to be in a relationship with a rich man. What rich man are you talking about? Who? Is Michael Blackson rich? And didn't he tell you, I could have sworn I heard him with my own ears say, this is not about to be nothing. Don't get attached. So which rich man do you think you're about to be in a relationship with? Has Gael ever been in a relationship with anyone? I thought she just always took other people's men. I don't know who is the father of her children or fathers. I don't even know if she's been in a relationship with them. But anyway, so Rocky invites Gael and some of the other ladies from the cast to some women's empowerment brunch that never empowers anybody. Now, back at Rada's family's home, she shares that her mother had 10 children with her father, 10. And she also shared that her father, while constantly getting her mother pregnant and never letting her uterus rest, had many girlfriends. I can't wrap my mind around. Why would you give a cheating man 10 babies? Absolutely not. And I'm sure you doing most of the legwork for her because he out running the streets. This is normal for Rada. That's why her self-esteem so low, because she's seen her mama putting up with any old thing. So Michael lies to sneak out of the house and say he's going to play poker, but really he was trying to call baby mama number 2, who's really baby mama number 24, because again, he has other children. And she was like, I haven't heard from you in weeks. Weeks is crazy, knowing that you had a baby on the way. But girl, this is the role you signed up for. Like, everybody involved, Michael didn't lie to anyone. Everyone is well aware of what's going on here. So I don't feel bad for none of these women because y'all signed up for this. So she said that her maternity photo shoot was in 2 days. And Michael claims he'll look at flights, but I wouldn't be surprised if he missed that too. And if he makes that, but missed Rada's birth of her child with him, baby. So the ladies are showing up to Rocky's event. Eliza and Shay say they good, because that was getting stale. Amada arrives, still trying to cover for her baby daddy and his arrest. And Amada shares with them that she tried to apologize to Song Ye, but Song Ye really, she didn't really want no parts of what she had going on. Now, Shay feels like that was kind of petty. I'm with Song Ye on this. Like, girl, you kind of messy. I don't know if I want to get involved with this. Like, Song Ye accepted her apology, but making some shady music and songs together and all that, I don't want nothing to do with that. So I'm with Song Ye on that. Now, Samantha arrives. How does she get an invite? And what business does she have? And then Gael shows up, and nobody's happy about it. Now, Samantha shares that she's a Christian life coach. I wish she'd stop saying that. Girl, I wouldn't trust you a life coach, nothing. Not my dog, nobody. So she tried to meet with Joy, and she lets ladies know that it turned into a food fight. Shay doesn't believe Samantha because she knows Joy to be sweet. Well, you don't know what's going on between Joy and her sister, Samantha. I don't recall you being there, Shay. So you need to mind your business. Take everything with a grain of salt. Neither one of their stories are adding up. Not hers, not Trix. Ain't none of it making sense for me. But Gael chimes in and she was like, look, I had the exact same situation, word for word, bar for bar with my sister. And we made up, so y'all can make it work. And while she chimes in saying she fixed things, everybody that set Amada and Shay off, they start going off on Gael. Now, y'all got a whole lot of nerve calling her all types of garden tools and side pieces and all the things when y'all all were side pieces. Samantha, Gael, Shay, Eliza probably, because she messing with Future. Who knows who Future was messing with? Who else? Everybody at the table. Amada definitely. Like, you had twins with a married man. I don't understand how do y'all get off calling somebody else a side chick when y'all are the very things you're condemning Gael for? Now, is that Gael's MO? Like, she seeks to find men in relationship and she got some problems and some trauma she probably needs to work out with a therapist? Yes. But y'all ain't no better. Gael said, look, I'm with a rich man, so F y'all broke baby daddies. Gael, stop saying that. You are not with nobody. You're single. Okay? You definitely ain't with Michael if that's what you're thinking. So we see Miami Tip discuss her one and only storyline. I mean, I don't know why she's still on this show. That's Amada's business, because she ain't got no business of her own. So she meets with Hot Topic and Song Yang. So yeah, you clicking up with the wrong chicks, okay? So Yang got an apology from Tip, which she deserved, because her and Amada was both a mess for ruining that girl's event. Song Yang said that Amada didn't know about the marriage early on. That's what Amada told her. But Tip said she spoke to the wife and saw the contract, and that Alan was a baby daddy for pay. Well, that's probably the only reason why he had babies with her, because we know that He's a colorist. Tip mentions the wife believes Amada is behind Alan getting arrested. I still don't think that Amada would get that man arrested because she's just in love with him. So I don't see that happening. She didn't really have no reason to do that. Claudia visits Rada and Michael's baby, and Michael confronts her because Rada was like, I'm going to take the baby upstairs. So while they're alone, Michael confronts Claudia. He wants to know why she told her friend about her secret love child. Talking about she could have went into early labor. You didn't think about that when you already had Rada pregnant and got somebody else pregnant. You didn't care about that then, did you? Sir, why wouldn't she tell her friend that you potentially have somebody else pregnant at the same time? Even though I really believe that Rada already knew about this all along and this is a storyline, but if we're going to just go off the sake of the storyline, why wouldn't she tell her friend? Now, I know you got to be careful when your friend is a dummy. Sometimes it's hard to tell your dummy friend, like, look, girl, I seen your man out creeping, sneaking, everything else. So they're going to side with the man and not with you, and y'all might even stop being friends behind it. It's happened to me, and I've seen it happen to others, okay? But, yeah, she had to tell her friend, now Rada is wrong for giving up her source. She could have said, I heard you had a baby on the way. And he was like, well, who told you that? You're not supposed to tell your sources. Everybody knows that. So Mike said that he has to go. He's telling Claudia he got to go to LA to get some clothes. To get some clothes is crazy because, I mean, he's so rich, he can just buy more clothes, correct? But Rada overhears and she starts going off because she knows he really trying to go over there to see his other baby mama. I mean, he do got to check on the baby. Like, that's what you signed up for, sister, on purpose. Went through IVF for this. She starts making crazy demands, talking about she don't want him to see or speak to the other mother anymore. He can't be at the birth. And the new baby can't have his last name. You can't control what that mama put on that birth certificate, girl. What? He cannot be there. She still can give her the child the father's last name. Like, okay. Rada and Claudia start saying, because he was like, oh, y'all basically saying, like, you been knew about this. You signed up for this. Like, this is what you signed up for. So why are you acting brand new? And Claudia and Rada are trying to say, oh, well, things have changed. If she had a baby now, he should be faithful now. A baby ain't changing, no man. If your relationship is already a mess, it's going to make it worse. How often do people break up as soon as they become, baby ain't even a year old, and everybody done broke up? It's a hot, toxic mess before bringing a baby into the world is the last thing you need to do. A baby do not keep no man. It runs them farther away. But anyway, girlfriend, that's not what y'all agreed on. You knew he was sleeping around. And that's what happens in an open relationship. I know she was saying, like, oh, he got to be respectful and wear a condom. Girl, please. He said he'd been messing with the side chick for 5 years. Of course, eventually he was going to stop wearing one. You think a man who don't have the common decency to be faithful, monogamous with you, knowing that's what you want, cares about using protection? And even if they did use protection, there's still a chance they could have got somebody pregnant. Let's be for real. But telling him to be an absentee parent, and he can't see, either he's absent with that child or he can't see the child he has with you, is wrong. Absolutely wrong. I understand she's hurt, but again, she was a willing participant and she knew this was a possibility. Tell him he can't see that child, or if he does, he can't see her child anymore. If you don't want to be with him anymore, you don't have to be. But don't try to interfere with his relationship with the child. You're just hurting your child because you're hurt. So Sonya takes a hot topic again, but Sonya takes this personally because her father is locked up. And she says she don't play when it comes to men of color being in the system. Sonya, slow down. Okay? I don't want to spit on you if you were on fire. He would sit up there and call you a black bitch. Not too much. You don't know these people. Okay? So Tip asks, what is the beef about? And Amanda said, why didn't Tip just mind her business? And Tip was like, well, everybody was talking about what you had going on. And she's like, I don't know him, but I know you. Well, Tip don't got no storyline, so there's that. So Tip yelled out that there's a contract for Alan to be Amanda's love interest on Love and Hip Hop. And Amanda's face was stuck. Hot Topic was like, oh, so it is true. Well, yeah. But that don't mean that the other stuff she said wasn't true, too. I think she really did do it out of love, thinking it could turn into something. And there was a contract in place. Okay? But she should have just had the baby with Shay's brother, but whatever. I think she just wanted light-skinned children. But that's just what I think. In her confessional, Amanda made up some story that wasn't making no sense for the contract. And at the ambush, Amanda said that she helped a scrub who didn't have it like that, was driving a Honda Civic. She was trying to help him. Girl, putting him down is not picking you up. Because now you look even more of a fool and a dummy. Why were you trying to help that man that you said was broke? I don't understand. And then you want to have 2 babies with him? Why? And more children with him? Girl, and I don't care who tell a child. Even if those things was true. Like, you wanted that and you found out he had a wife and you stayed. I don't know why his wife stays, because Amanda said that Alan and his wife don't even have no kids together. Why would I be tolerating outside babies and we don't even have any children? I don't have no reason to stay with you. And then come to find out, the wife actually lives in Philly with her family while Alan lives in DR. Why did they get married? Like, there has to be something going on with these two that they got and stayed married. So Amanda explained why she had nothing to do with Alan's arrest. Hot Topic trying to piece it together and drag Shay into it and say, well, Shay got a reason to not like Alan because of her. Girl, you about to break your arm with that reach. Okay, y'all are reaching, grasping at straws at this point. So Tip is trying to persuade Amanda to meet with Alan's wife, and Amanda don't want to, and I don't really see the point either. It's really not going to do nothing for me. It's not going to make for great TV. Like, bringing the wife on this late in the game ain't really hitting on nothing. Ain't give it what it was supposed to give. But Tip is still blaming Amanda for getting him locked up. She did not get that man booked. She don't got that kind of power. She said it, and I believe it. Maybe, just maybe, he got locked up because he committed a crime. I don't know. I know it sounds crazy, but maybe he got locked up because he committed a crime. I'm just saying. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this episode. Are y'all tired of these storylines like I am? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.